Ever wondered how an app you use every day could crack some of the world's most mind-boggling mysteries? From uncovering a 20-year-old disappearance to taking down a mafia boss, Google Maps has done it all. And today, we're diving into 6 scary mysteries solved by this everyday tool. Stick around, because the final story will leave you speechless. It was literally right under everyone's noses for years. Number 6. The Submerged Car Mystery. Let's start with a story that feels like it's ripped straight out of a thriller. It's 2019, and a property surveyor in Wellington, Florida is casually browsing Google Earth. He's probably just doing a job, right? But then, something catches his eye. Beneath the calm waters of the neighborhood pond, he spots a car. At first, it seems like a strange coincidence. Maybe something accidentally drove into the water. But the authorities investigate. They uncover a haunting truth. This car wasn't just any car. It belonged to William Moult, a man who had gone missing over 20 years earlier in 1997. Let's rewind to the night William disappeared. He was out enjoying an evening at a nightclub. By all accounts, it was a typical night. He even called his girlfriend before leaving, letting her know he was driving home. But somewhere on the journey, he vanished without a trace. No car, no clues, no witnesses. His loved ones were left in limbo, clinging to hope but haunted by unanswered questions. Now here's where Google Maps steps in. That car had been sitting in the pond for all those years, completely visible on satellite images since 2007. Imagine the chilling thought that anyone zooming into that pond could have seen it. But no one pieced it together until that one property surveyor had the curiosity to look closer. When authorities pulled the car out, their fears were confirmed. William's remains were inside. It was a devastating moment for his family, but it finally gave them closure after decades of uncertainty. Think about how powerful this is. A simple digital map solved a mystery that traditional investigators couldn't. It's a bittersweet reminder of how technology can be a force for good, even in the most unexpected ways. But it also leaves us wondering, how many other secrets are hiding in plain sight? And speaking of secrets, Google Maps didn't just uncover tragedies like this. It's also been used to catch people who thought they could outrun justice. Number 5. The Mafia Boss's Downfall. Try to imagine this. You're an Italian mafia boss, one of the country's most wanted men. For nearly 2 decades, you've evaded capture, slipped through the cracks, and disappeared off the radar. You're living under a fake identity, running a quiet little grocery shop in Spain, thinking you've left your old life far behind. Sounds like the perfect escape plan, right? Well, not when Google Maps is watching. Gioacchino Gamino, a mobster notorious for his crimes in Italy, had built a new life in a sleepy Spanish town called Galapagar. He kept a low profile, managing a fruit and vegetable shop, blending seamlessly into his new surroundings. He thought he was untouchable. But in 2022, everything changed when an investigator randomly zoomed into Galapagar on Google Street View. There it was, a Street View image of a man chatting outside his shop. At first glance, it seemed like just another local shopkeeper minding his business. But the investigators noticed something familiar. The man's posture, his features, even his casual stance. It all screamed Gamino. The investigators dove deeper. They cross-referenced the image with old photographs and uncovered more clues connecting him to the town. Slowly but surely, they pieced together the puzzle, confirming the man was indeed Gamino. And just like that, a 20-year manhunt ended thanks to a single snapshot. When the authorities finally arrested him, Gamino couldn't believe it. "How did you find me?" He reportedly asked, shocked. "I haven't even called my family in 10 years. Ironically, it wasn't his family, friends, or even his actions that gave him away. It was a camera he didn't know was there. Think about that. A random photo captured by Google Maps exposed someone who has spent years running from his past. It's both incredible and a little unsettling, isn't it? This case isn't just about a mobster downfall. It's a reminder that technology, even something as mundane as Street View, has the power to change the game. And speaking of unexpected, our next mystery takes us from criminal masterminds to something truly bizarre. A lake so strange it had scientists scratching their heads. Number 4. The Blood Red Lake. Now here's a mystery that feels like it was pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. Back in 2007, Google Maps users stumbled across something that left them absolutely baffled. A lake in a rock that appeared to be blood red. That's right, blood red. Naturally, the internet went into overdrive. Was this some sort of an environmental disaster, a massacre site, or, as some conspiracy theorists suggest, the result of something far more sinister? At first, people thought it might be pollution. After all, industrial waste or chemicals dumped into water can sometimes cause strange discoloration. But the blood red hue of this lake looked so vibrant, it felt almost unnatural. Others speculate that the color was a result of a gruesome crime or even a cover-up, sparking wild theories about its origins. However, scientists soon stepped in to shed light on the phenomenon. The explanation? Certain types of algae and bacteria can cause water to appear red when conditions are just right, like in highly saline or polluted environments. And it turns out, Iraq's climate and geography makes it a prime spot for such occurrences. While the scientific explanation calmed some nerves, it didn't completely erase the eerie feeling the image gave off. After all, seeing something that looks like a lake of blood from a satellite is a sight most people won't forget anytime soon. What's even more interesting is how Google Maps brought this phenomenon to global attention. Without satellite imagery, this strange lake might have remained a local curiosity, unnoticed by the wider world. Instead, it sparked a conversation about nature's bizarre and sometimes creepy abilities. But even with science backing up the algae theory, some locals weren't convinced. To this day, rumors persist about the lake's mysterious past, and some claiming there's more to the story than meets the eye. One thing is clear, whether it's science or speculation, Google Maps has a way of uncovering things that makes us question everything we thought we knew. And speaking of questioning reality, the next mystery is proof that not everything you see on Google Maps is as straightforward as it seems. Number 3. The Missing Man of Michigan. Let's move to a story that's both heartbreaking and haunting. It's 2007 in Byron Township, Michigan, and a neighbor is casually exploring their area on Google Earth. While zooming into a pond in their neighborhood, they notice something peculiar. A car submerged beneath the water surface. At first, it seems like just an odd image glitch or a forgotten wreck, but when the authorities are called in, they uncover a chilling truth. The car belonged to David Lee Niles, a man who had been missing for nearly a decade. Here's the backstory. David disappeared in 2006, leaving his family and friends desperate for answers. He had last been seen leaving a hospital where he had just visited a loved one. His family knew he had been battling cancer and depression, but when he vanished, no one could piece together what had happened. Search efforts went on for years, but there was no trace of him, until that Google Earth image surfaced. The car, a dark sedan, had been sitting at the bottom of the pond for the entire time. What's eerie is that the pond was near a busy intersection. People drove by it daily, never realizing the answer to a nearly decade-old mystery was right there, hidden beneath the water. When divers retrieved the car, Davy's remains were found inside. His family finally had closure, though it was bittersweet. Their discovery confirmed their worst fears, but allowed them to lay him to rest. This story highlights the incredible power of modern technology. Without Google Earth, who knows how many more years this mystery might have gone unsolved. It's a reminder that sometimes the answers we're searching for are closer than we think, literally beneath the surface. But not all Google Maps discoveries are this somber. The next mystery veers into the bizarre, involving an eerie scene that left many questioning if the apocalypse has already begun. Number 2. The Finnish Zombie Army. Imagine this, you're casually scrolling through Google Maps, exploring some random parts of Finland. Suddenly, you stumbled upon something that looks straight out of a horror movie. An open field filled with hundreds of eerie, human-like figures standing silently. Creepy, right? This bizarre sight is known as the Silent People, an art installation located in Suomussalmi, Finland. The installation features more than 1,000 scarecrow-like figures, each dressed in human clothes and standing eerie in field. From above, it looks like a ghostly army, frozen in time, waiting for, well, something. Here's the backstory. The Silent People was created in 1988 by Finnish artist Reijo Kela. While the exact meaning of the installation remains a mystery, some interpret it as a tribute to those who lost in wars or tragedies. Others see it as a commentary on loneliness, isolation, or the hidden struggles people face. Whatever the intention, there's no denying its unsettling effect, especially when viewed from above on Google Maps. What's even more eerie is how lifelike the figures appear. Each one dressed in real clothing, donated by locals and swamp tapped seasonally to keep them looking fresh. Over time, the elements have weathered the clothes, adding to the installation's haunting vibe. Imagine driving past this field at dusk. It's enough to send shivers down your spine. When this site first gained attention on Google Maps, some users joked about it being a zombie apocalypse in the making. Others were genuinely unsettled, questioned whether it was a prank, a cult, or something far more sinister. But once the story of the art installation came out, it turned from terrifying to oddly fascinating. The Silent People is now a tourist attraction, drawing visitors from all over the world who are curious to see this haunting yet mesmerizing sight in person. It's a perfect example of how Google Maps can reveal the strange and unexpected, sparking intrigues and conversation. And speaking of the unexpected, our final mystery involves a snapshot that cracked open a dark and twisted case, proving that sometimes Google Maps doesn't just document, it delivers justice. Number 1. The Spanish Love Triangle Murder. Our final mystery is proof that even the smallest detail captured on Google Maps can unravel a sinister secret. In a quiet Spanish village, a seemingly ordinary street view image ended up solving a chilling murder case. The photo showed a man standing beside his car, loading a large white bag into the trunk. To most people, this would look like an innocent moment frozen in time, someone going about their day. But when investigators analyzed the image, they realized the bag was suspiciously large and oddly shaped. Something about the scene just didn't add up. It turned out the man in the photo was linked to the disappearance of a Cuban man who had been reported missing weeks earlier. Authorities have already suspected foul play, but they didn't have enough evidence to connect the dots. The street view photo became a critical clue, leading them to investigate further. As the case unfolded, the truth was revealed. The murder was a result of a twisted love triangle. The Cuban man had been in a relationship with the suspect's ex-girlfriend, sparking jealousy and rage. The suspect, along with his ex-partner, conspired to commit the crime and dispose of the body. The street view image was an instrument in breaking the case wide open. It provided the visual evidence needed to link the suspect to the crime and located the missing man's remains. Without it, this murder might have gone unsolved, leaving the victim's family in anguish. This case served as a chilling reminder that Google Maps isn't just a tool for finding directions. It's a silent witness, capturing moments that can bring criminals to justice. And while technology can't prevent these tragedies, it can ensure that the truth eventually comes to light. From uncovering hidden cars to taking down criminals and exposing eerie sites, Google Maps is far more than a navigating tool. It's a window to the unexpected, the unexplained, and the unsettling. Who knows what other mysteries are out there just waiting to be found? If you enjoyed these incredible stories, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping mysteries. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.